Yo, what up?
All right. Welcome. I heard,
Hey, so
Luther, is it your birthday?
it really helps if you get a better internet service
This
than
is your
Cricket
birthday.
Wireless. My birthday's tomorrow, dude. I turn 37, 6, 5, something like that. Um, dude, let's jump
Oh my
right in it.
God.
Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. Thanks for
That's the
recognizing
big
that. I
37.
appreciate that, dude. I actually turned 47 tomorrow. Fucking getting
Yeah, that's
old, man.
great. So while I was waiting for you, okay.
Huh?
well, Yeah,
Yeah, your
con-
connection sucks, bro. Yeah, you're
I have to
not.
tell you
Your
this
connection sucks, and you're going in and out.
because while I was waiting, we've been married for a while. So I don't know what to tell you. I sounds fine to me. Can you
You can't hear yourself.
unmute? I can hear myself fine. Can you see me,
Anyways,
Luther?
so let's talk about how shitty the Eagles were yesterday. Let's start with that.
Boy,
Do you ever watch
dumpster
Baldy's
fire or what? I
breakdowns?
mean,
Do you ever watch Baldy's
occasionally I catch
breakdowns?
it.
Dude,
I know what it is. Yeah.
he showed us absolutely dominating their line, the line of scrimmage. And we started
Right.
passing the ball like and your quarterback, you can't throw freaking interceptions when you're in scoring range. I mean, everyone is talking about the one at the end of the half, right? Everyone's talking about that one. But the first one was just as bad. There was no one open.
All three were
Just
bad, Luther.
just I mean, I'm kind of talking about it in progression. So the first one, you've driven down the field, you scramble out, dude. You can throw the ball out of bounds. It's okay. And then he winces it to another guy, to their team. They intercept it. We get to the end of the half. Our stupid coach wants to be cute. Dude, first off, we've got 8 seconds left. What are you calling with all this movement and running around? Get a play that goes into the end zone immediately. If it's not there, airmail it into your parents in the stands. You don't scramble
Right.
and throw an interception. And then after all is said and done, he made two good enough throws to actually win that shitty game. And the guy we picked over Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins decides that he's going to drop two game winning touchdowns. Meanwhile, yesterday, T. Higgins goes 6 for 114 and a
Mhm.
touchdown. Jefferson does his thing as usual. And we have to watch a guy who we actually should cut. Micah, we should cut our losses. I don't see anything from him. You know, I said it last week, and I'm going to continue to say it. We shouldn't waste our time giving him touches, and Gainwell should be playing in the slot. Let Gainwell play. I don't care if you.
I know.
He doesn't even have to play enough a bunch of stuff, a bunch of stuff. Just let him play. And you know what's so bad? He sucks so much that we have to put Ward in the game to run the little option route in the end zone, and he dropped a touchdown.
And
He
he dropped a
dropped a touchdown. He
pass.
dropped a touchdown before the
I
interception.
know.
So let's talk about that. He had three drop touchdowns yesterday. He played like ass, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. What Hurts did was terrible yesterday. He was resilient enough to make some plays
Are you?
that would have allowed us to beat Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts. He played well enough on the last drive to win. And
Mhm.
that's about it. I don't want to talk. I don't want to give him a pass. I'm sick of people. All right, well, no, he played bad yesterday. Any other quarterback plays like that, like they played yesterday, we would say they played bad. We're not saying we need to cut him. We would say, oh yeah, he played bad yesterday, and he did, Micah. But Micah, I have nothing else for Jalen Rager. Nothing. I have nothing. Nothing, bro. Nothing.
He,
Micah, we keep talking about this every week, and I know I'm monopolizing
I
the
know.
show
And,
here.
and the only thing I say about
I'm
the one thing I
Why is he even our return guy, Micah?
So it's not even a return guy. And in terms of you talking about him getting cut, that's not going to
No, that's not going to
happen
happen, Micah.
during
It's not. He should get
the
cut.
season. And that, I mean, after this year, I think they have to move on right now. He won't wide receiver to even do that. I mean, if you think about it. Although I will say this, Luther, this sounds ridiculous over him. And our side is not good
Dude, I
at
wouldn't
football.
go Whiteside. I wouldn't go
He gives you
Whiteside over him.
size.
I
Maybe
wouldn't go
he
with
can
him
go up, get
over him. I
something.
wouldn't go with our failed receiver over him to think he's going to go
You
up and
wouldn't?
get something in his fourth year. No, I would play our young guys. I wouldn't go with him. What is he going to do now in his fourth year after he sucked? I would play the young guys. I would freaking play
Play
I would
Hightower?
play 14 in the slot and I would play Hightower more. Oh my God, I can't believe we drafted those two guys. I can't
Hey,
believe we did. I know I'm going crazy.
at, at,
I am. This is the night for me to go crazy. My birthday's tomorrow. I get to go crazy. Micah, we talk on the phone. We
at least
text.
Hightower
We
can get over.
At least he can get separation. Yes, and you're
Right.
well. You said it right
He
before me.
dropped the ball, but he can get
Your
separation.
connection. He does. He does. But guess what? Guess who else drops the ball?
Jalen
Yep.
Rager. He's
Micah,
I don't
I
get
don't even
I
know if
just don't see it.
there's no other NFL games I want to talk about today. Ain't that
Okay, that's
crazy?
fine.
We were so bad. We were so bad that I just want to bash them the whole. I am so pissed off at that team for blowing an opportunity yesterday.
Many. And
I'm so
one thing I
irritated.
will say with Hurts is he threw 3 picks, but that's not him. He's not a pick thrower. Me a little more
Apparently
because
he
that really
is.
his MO.
Well, Micah, he doesn't have a lot
6
of
on the year,
games.
Luther.
Yeah, and he threw three yesterday, three
He's got every win
horrible
this
ones.
year.
And that's the thing. I don't want to talk about how what he
Don't
hasn't
disagree.
done. I just want to talk about yesterday, and he was off. And I don't want to give him a pass, but I do want to knock Rager down some more. How do you not the
And
first one, Micah?
do that,
The
but
first
if
one,
some
the
people caught
first
down
one.
passes, are we starts? Which one?
We're not even
Pick?
talking about Jalen Hurts right now. I'm talking about Rager. What are you talking about? Man, you need to get your connection fixed, dude. I'm not even talking about Hurts.
Okay, you switch topics. What are you talking about?
Your connection sucks. Yeah, but I can't hear you
Okay,
fine. You're
I
going
can
in
hear
and
you
out.
fine.
If you're going to do a radio show that streams on the interwebs, you need to get a better
No, no, no,
connection.
no. I, I've got full connection.
You have sucky ass
Yeah, maybe
connection.
it's the microphone.
You're ruining my pre-birthday.
Uh, I have AOL
You are.
dial-up.
Apparently you do. You're ruining my pre-birthday. And your mom didn't. Your mom better she better text me
Th-
at 12:01.
oh, I'm sure she'll be the first one, Luther.
Oh shit, Micah. How
Now
about all this?
Karen's giving me crap now.
Karen
Karen,
said
crap.
yes. She said she's seeing what I'm seeing. Micah, how about I hope you can hear me. How about all the college shit going on?
I can
Did you
hear you
see what's
fine.
going on in the last few minutes? Lincoln Riley goes to Southern Cal. So the Oklahoma job is a huge job that opens up. LSU just poached freaking Brian Kelly from Notre Dame.
I
And
don't
Micah
know.
says nothing.
Well,
And
I just
Micah
saw
says
somebody linked to the
nothing.
Oklahoma job.
And Micah says
Can
nothing.
you hear me? All right. You know what?
And
I'm going to disconnect and come back.
all right, fans, I'm here by myself, and I could shoot the shit a little bit. So let's talk about this weekend's college football games. Was it
Is that
not?
better? Is that
Was it?
better?
Oh my God, he's back, and he sounds like a normal individual.
Shut up.
I was going to cowherd this thing and go by myself.
I actually did
That's
some nodding.
much better. What did you do? Turn off the porn?
Yeah, I turned it down, so there's no audio on it anymore.
Oh, there you go.
But I did just see someone linked to the Oklahoma job.
Who?
Mm,
Clemson's defensive coordinator.
no, it might have been a pro guy. I don't know. I just saw it. I don't know. I saw that the Michigan State coach got 10 years, $95 million.
Oh my God, that's
And
huge for that brother.
and
Goodness gracious.
and it was what 2 weeks ago that James Franklin for Penn State got 10 years, $75 million.
And it was last week. Yeah.
Last week, and everyone made a big deal
Mhm.
about it. Like, oh my God, that's so much. I'm like, these
No,
coaches
it's
get
not.
paid,
These
man.
coaches get paid. See, Micah, I'm glad you just said that because people don't understand. And then you got people who are like, I can't believe pro athletes and coaches get paid this much. Teachers don't make a lot of money. Huh? That's like me saying, I can't believe Scarlett Johansson doesn't have sex with me. She has sex with her husband. It's two different industries. One generates billions so you can make money. Teaching is not a profession that generates money, so they're going to get paid less. It sucks. I
So, so,
wish teachers were
so
paid well.
oh, I agree with you. But Luther, there's a reason. I mean, even as like you always said, like you're a third tight end or a backup tight end, you still got paid well in the NFL. Like as in terms of
In terms of,
relative.
dude, Micah, I was a 23, 24-year-old guy, just graduated college. I made the minimum in the NFL, and guess what it was that year? It was
250.
$131,000.
That's
I
a lot
was
of money.
fucking happy. I was fucking happy. And because my classmates in college who were way smarter than me and had really good professional
We're
jobs,
making 30.
they were making 40 and happy. And I
Yeah.
was making 130 as a freaking football player. Did the guys who sat next to me make 6 million? Sure. But I wasn't in his pocket. I had to do what I can do.
But there's a reason, and I don't like when people are like, oh, overpaid athletes. You got
I
paid,
can't
even
stand
as
that.
a backup tight end, you got paid $131,000 because people wanted to show up to see you do
See
your
me
job.
play.
No one wants to see me do my job. They
No
don't
one wants
care.
to see me do my job, and it's an industry. It's an industry of entertainment, and you get paid. People pay to come see that, and that's how the money's
Mhm.
there. The money's there for the commercials, this, that, and the other. Don't talk to me about that. No, like it's. I'm sorry, they're not
Nobody's really
overpaid.
overpaid. It's the market.
Micah,
The
you're going.
market
It's the
sets it.
market. It's the market. You're going to buy the house for the market value. You're not going to buy it for less because I'm not selling it to you for less.
Right.
It's the market. It's so dumb. No one complains when a movie star gets $30 million for a role.
Right.
Oh, but these athletes and a lot of it, and you know, I don't hit the whole. You know, I don't use the race thing as a crutch, but it's always the black athletes are
Right.
overpaid crybabies, and I'm like, huh? I never see you say that about that starting lefty pitcher who doesn't look brown, and it's annoying, man. And usually I just walk away from that conversation because it's a lot. There's a lot of dog
It is.
whistling.
It is big time black because when Ryan Howard, who made a ton of money for the Phillies, he earned every penny. He
Hmm.
bought some like $30 million mansion or something like that down in Florida. I forget what it was. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at him wasting his money."
And
What do
I'm
you
like,
care?
dude, what do you care?
He loaded.
He made $200 million. I don't know. And
But
guess
when it's
what?
a
And
black
guess
person,
what,
it's like,
Micah?
"Oh, look at him wasting his money."
Hmm.
Every time.
It,
I'm sorry, that's the
no,
truth.
no, Micah. No, Micah. Some of us. athletes f up our money. We waste it. We buy
Happens all the time.
Bentleys. We buy this. But it's not your money. You know who else wastes their money? The normal guy who runs this company down the street, who we have no idea who he is because we're
Right.
not putting his screw ups on TV.
Right.
So yeah,
People
that
waste
that
their money all the time.
people waste their money all the time, and it's
But when
like
it's a black person,
when
and you
it's
know
an
what? I wouldn't even say black person. I would say athlete because
athletes
if
because
it was
they're
a black
all
CEO, you wouldn't like if Neil deGrasse Tyson pissed his money away. Nobody would say a word.
uh,
Seriously,
you're right, dude. We always get down these wormholes, but I mean, you're not lying. You're
like
not lying.
If Ben Crump wasted his money, no one would say anything.
I know. I mean, these dudes, man. So yeah, those coaches get a lot of money. I mean, even Florida. Florida just got a new coach who was a quarterback at Furman after I left.
Really, and
Young
he's heading
guy.
back to Florida now.
He just got the Florida job, Billy Napier.
Hey, good
Uh,
on him, man.
good on him, Billy. Shoot,
Hope he
Furman
doesn't
doing.
waste his money.
I hope he doesn't waste his money. I mean, young white guy, you know how they do.
Pissing it away at white women. Um, the,
Oh my God! I'm so glad I didn't say that. Oh shit!
I'm allowed to say.
Oh, you're
Um,
allowed to say that.
um, there
Oh
are
God.
several things that athletes tend to go broke for. Divorce, bad
Mhm.
investments,
Mhm.
giving money away to their friends. I mean, it's got to be tough. I don't know what your situation was, Luther, but when you make it as a pro athlete, yeah, there was a lot of your friends that you were hanging out with, and some had their hand out. Not all, some.
Not all, but some. And it's like, and
It's
you
going to
know,
be tough to say no.
and you took the words right out of my mouth. Certain things, it's because it's hard to say no. It's hard to say no, like now, like for anything. Micah, if you call me, right, and you're like, look, dude, I'm going through shits. This, and this happened. I would be like, dude, how much you need? Right? I don't have to do that, and a lot of people would just say no.
Yeah,
I know how to say no. It's still hard for me to say no when someone's legit. I have a feeling they're legitimately going through it, and I have it.
right,
So if this guy literally needs like 150 bucks or for something, I'm not his responsibility, right? But I'm gonna give it to him. You know why? Because if we go to a bar tonight, which we don't do often, if the tab comes to 150, I'll probably pick it up. That's not a huge tab.
right,
And I'm thinking if this guy needs 150, if he's that bad off where he needs a buck 50, I need to give him a buck 50, right?
right.
Especially if it's
Now, when
legit.
you do that, Luther, if you did and when you do, and I've talked to other friends of mine who are pro athletes, and my one friend basically said, when you do that, it's gone. You know, it's like once in a while it gets paid back, but
Dude,
when you hand it over, you know it's gone.
a lot of times it's gone. And you'll have people that say, look, man, I'm not doing well. I don't know when I can pay you back.
That's
I
at least
I
fair.
I I appreciate the hell out of that. You'll have somebody to tell you, dude, let me get 100, let me get 200. I need it. I'm come up on something. I'll give it to you Friday. So and so owes me, or I get my check, right? And
Mhm.
I don't hear from them. And then, of course, we got social media now. I see them partying. I see this, that. And I
Right,
go,
right, right.
man, dude, you owe me 200, bro. Or you'll
And
get the person who you basically hung out with. You chose to pick up the check, and that person will try to slide you the money later. And I'm like, dude, it was on me. You could buy the drinks next time. You get
right,
that guy. You'll get guys who I've got had people who I've given something to a while ago, and they have consistently told me like, dude, I'm in the dumps, like shit's going bad, I don't know when. And I'm sitting here and I get a text message saying you got a cash app or a Venmo, and so sent you 200 bucks. And I'm like, what the hell? And dude's like, man, I told you I'd get you back. And I was like, bro, I appreciate it, but I thought I told you you could keep it because some people I'll tell them to keep it.
Right.
Like I had this dude hit me, and he didn't need a whole. God, how did we get on this? He didn't
I
need
know
a
we're
whole.
talking about borrowing money now.
He didn't need a whole lot of money, and I knew he was going through it. This guy I met, way not after I got done playing football, and he's got a shitty time, and he was like, "Hey man, I know I told you I'd get it back to you, but I'm going through it." And I said, "Dude, that money's yours." It wasn't even $100. And I said
See,
I said that money's yours, bro. That's yours. Don't worry about it, man. That's yours. And he was like, "Man, are you serious?" Like, no. I said, "Dude, the money's yours. I'm not. This one's yours. I might
I,
not
re- I
do this
remember in
again."
college. I remember in college, I had a good friend of mine. He's still a good friend, and he was like, "Hey, can I borrow $5? Because this is college. Like, it might
Oh,
be for like a 40 or something."
right. You're right.
So I'm like, "All
In
right, fine.
college, you really need to borrow $5 every
five
now and
bucks
then.
is a
In
big deal
college,
in college." And so, like,
because you
a week later, I'm like, "Dude, you have my $5?" He goes, "Wow, you need it that bad?" I was like, "It was
right.
all well and good
Yes,
when you
yes.
borrowed it.
It was all good when you needed it.
You needed it.
Like, dude, because gas used to be like 60, 70 cents. So you literally could get gas and like a snack at the gas
You had
station.
a car in college? I didn't.
I had a
I was in the
car.
city.
Well, you were in the city. I had a scholarship too, and I borrowed the money and paid it. I borrowed the money. There was a guy who was really good friends, and I remember he overheard me talking to my mom because I was being a whiner. I was like, "Man, you guys told me you'd get me a car if I got a scholarship." And Nezzy was like, I call my mom Nezzy. Nezzy was like, "All right, well, we can go this, that, and the other." And he called me over, and he just happened to overhear me. And he's like, "Look, here's what I'm going to do." He said, "I know you real well." He said, "What are you trying to do?" I said, "Dude, I just need a car." It's like a four or five
I just
thousand
want to
dollar car.
I just want
I
to
just want to get around, right? I don't want.
drive.
And he said, "Here's what I'll do. I'll give you a personal loan, and when you graduate, you pay me back." I was like, "What?" And
Did he know you were going to make the pros?
no, I was a sophomore in college.
Oh.
But I was like a really good student. I was trustworthy kid. So he was like, "We're gonna figure this out." But if I didn't pay him back, he would make my parents pay, and I paid him back. But I did get a car. I had me a car in college,
Luther,
and
slide over. We can't see you.
oh my bad, dude. I'm relaxed. It's my almost my birthday.
Oh, my birthday. It's my birthday month. Are
Yeah.
you one of
So
those people? Are you one of those people? It's my
no,
birthday
I
month.
am not. I am not. Absolutely not. But yeah, I paid the guy back. But like you said, it's $5 in college. Let me tell you, Micah, we would obviously room to get an apartment in college, but it would be like three of us. Like we'd get a three-bedroom because you can get a two-bedroom for, I don't know, let's call it 1,000, right? I'm just using flat numbers. You can get a one-bedroom for like 750, a two-bedroom for 1,000, or a three-bedroom for 1,200. So you go, "Man, we should get a three-bedroom because that's only 400 between each of us."
Mm.
And the rollover from our per diem and our tuition and our room and board, we would have a little left over. So, dude, you get that little extra $115 a month.
That's
It's
a lot.
college.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's college in 1990s. Dude,
Yeah,
that was plenty money.
in South Carolina.
You could actually take somebody out on a date. Like that's like that was
That's why.
plenty
That's
money.
why when people are like, "Oh, you went to school in Boston," and I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah." Like, what are some good bars? I was like, "I didn't have any money.
I
I
don't
didn't have a
know. I
fake
couldn't go to
ID.
bars in
A
Boston.
bar.
Oh
I
yeah, in
I drank
Greenville, South
40s, and
Carolina. Right.
a
Eh,
Friday night for me was a 40 of St. Ides and playing guitar. That's what
dude.
I did on a
Oh
Friday.
my God. Me and my buddy Bernie would go, and I didn't drink that much until like my third year. And we would go and buy a 22 of whatever was the cheapest.
Mad Dog.
No, not like that. We would get something that's cheap but not gonna kill us. And me and him would split it. We would split it and like pound it before we go in the club so we can get a buzz. Yep.
So what else, Luther? Because we have to wrap up in about 10 minutes. What else intrigued you this weekend in football?
In football, what intrigued me was Michigan football getting
Oh, you
over the
see
hump
that?
against Ohio State. And I actually, and I told you I'm not saying, "Ooh, I know everybody." I like the Harbaughs. I'm cool with the Harbaughs. I texted.
Jim or John?
I know both. Well, of course I played for
I've heard
John.
good things about John. I don't think Jim's many people's friend.
Jim is intense.
Yeah.
So my last year in the league, was it my last year? Jim was at the end of his career, and the Panthers had a ton of hurt QBs, and they signed Jim off the street to be a backup. And he practiced hard as hell, and we sucked. I remember it was snowing in the Carolinas. It doesn't snow here, and it was the coldest it had been here in a while. It's freezing. The practice fields are frozen over because we're not prepared for that. We don't have heated fields and whatnot because it doesn't snow. And Jim is ready to go. He's out there. Lou, let's go. Let's give him a look, bro. Give him a look. I don't know who he was. We
I
were
didn't even
playing this
think about
week
that. You played with Jim.
with Jim for like 3 games.
Okay.
And but I because Mike McCartney, right?
Yep.
He was my agent, but he worked on the other side of football. He worked for the Eagles,
Hmm.
but he was my agent. I'm still really good. We still talk like once a week. Well, you know who his dad is. His dad is Bill McCartney, the Colorado coach, who won the championship with the fifth down. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, well, he
I
was
remember
on.
this down.
Yes, that was his dad. Well, he
Okay.
was on. Oh, that he should have caught that. He was on Bo Schembechler's staff with guess who? Jack
Jim.
Harbaugh.
Zach?
Jack,
Oh,
their
Jack.
dad,
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
dad,
yeah.
and those guys were like kids together. They had a stretch there where they grew up together, and he would talk about it. He was like, dude, and John's the oldest. He's like, oh, Jim and John, they did not let each other win anything,
Mhm.
but Jim was intense all the time. And it was funny because when I played with Jim, I was like, oh my God, he's not exaggerating one bit. Jim is intense, but I texted him and he actually responded. And he was like,
About the Ohio
man,
State game?
about the Ohio State game. It was like it was yesterday, actually. I'll tell you what he said. And it was kind of cool, man. Cause me, I get
Now,
along with
when
people.
you ask Jim Harbaugh, do you have to say, "Hey, it's Luther," or does he know he already has your name?
He might have me locked in. I don't know, but I do say it's Lou, and I texted him. I said, "Hell yeah, awesome win, keep it going." And he said, "Thanks, Luther means a lot. Where there's a will, there's a way. The will is strong with these lads. Onward."
Oh, good
And
for him.
I like those guys, man. I'll text John every now and then just to see what the hell is going on. Because I mean, he was a good coach for me. He was a special teams coach. He was on my ass, but he was a good coach. He
Yeah,
was a good,
Sean
fair
Landetta
coach.
liked him. Sean Landetta liked him a lot too, and I think I heard this years ago. I don't know if it's still the case, but John was like, "Hey, do you want to be a special teams coach?" And Sean's just like, "No,
Nah,
no, thanks." It's a huge undertaking. It's
it's
not.
a huge
You have
undertaking,
to
dude.
really, really, really want to do it to be an NFL coach of any level.
Dude, it's a lot of work.
You
It's
don't see
work.
your family. You
You
don't.
don't see your family. I remember Coach Bro, he was the tight ends coach in Carolina, and he thought I was going to be a head coach. Because he was like, because you know how I knew all this useless information, but I was a nerd. I knew the play, I knew it, and I always tried to learn the offense from a quarterback's point of view, because
Yeah,
that made me more valuable. I was a freaking backup tight end. If I
right,
could,
right.
if I could jump in at fullback and play, or jump in at the X and get a few plays in, like I can be around. And he was like, Luther, you're going to be a head coach, and I was thinking, Coach, you guys are here all the time.
It's a totally different ball. I would
And
I would not want to be
and
a
in
head coach.
college, they recruit. Dude, my buddy Dez, I told you, and he might end up in Florida with the other guy from Furman. But my buddy Dez, he's coaching now with the Falcons. He's been in college coaching since we got out. Um, Dez was like, dude, I'm on the road. He
Yeah,
would hit me up and this, that, and the other, and he would be like, "Bro, I'm on the road. I'm here. I'm here." And he'd be like, "Hey, I got to come through Charlotte this week. Let's have dinner." And I'll hit him up to be like, "Hey, I got to drive through Raleigh because he was coaching for NC State for a while."
right.
And I'd be like, "I got to drive through Raleigh. You want to have dinner, or I might spend the night or whatever." And he'd be like, "Oh, call Heather. I'm not there. I'm in Ohio." And I'd go see the kids and then just keep going or whatever. But it's a lot. But
Yeah.
it's worth it, man. If that's what your calling is, it's
You have
worth it.
to live, sleep, breathe football
Yeah,
because you're going to be sleeping there till 6 a.m. You're going to be
correct.
sleeping on your couch in your office.
Correct, bro.
Not everyone
Correct.
wants that life.
Not everybody wants that life. Some people love that. And you know what else you have to have if you have that life? And dude, it's hard to get that. You have to have what I call a coach's wife.
Yeah,
If she doesn't understand, if she doesn't like that you're not there, if she doesn't get the
it's
business
not
and
going to
no,
work.
it's not gonna work. You're gonna get divorced.
Now,
She's gonna say you're never home. The
I won't,
kids want to see you.
I won't say the name of the person that told me, but he said he was hanging around. Yeah, you remember Steve Spagnuolo?
Oh yeah, Spags.
Like apparently, like his wife was like, "Oh, I'm so lonely," and then he was like, "Yeah, yeah." My friend was like, "Yeah, don't be telling me that stuff."
Right. Dude, but seriously, you get that because some of the wives, they're not having that, and they're not gonna be that type
It's
of
a
lady
couple's
that
decision. It's a couple's
it's
decision.
a
Like it can't just
decision.
be, yeah,
Listen, if you come into the relationship and you meet a coach and you try to change him and tell him what
mm,
you're always at the dude, why are you in that relationship? Do you
yeah.
want to be in a relationship with a coach
You're
because you
married
think
to the
he's
team
going to
too,
be you're married to the team too. It's an understanding.
right?
It's an understanding. And if you can't do that, you guys are going to get divorced. It's
Well,
gonna suck. Now, Des, and I'm talking. I'm not going to get deep into it, but he said it was tough for him because he said, his wife would be like, "Hey, the kids miss you. I know you have to recruit. I'm letting you know." Now that's good. You gotta communicate because he's like, "I'm
sure.
letting you know the boys. You need to talk to them. The boys are wondering why you can't go to the games. This, that, and the other." But
All right, we got to
on
wrap it up,
that
Luther.
note, yeah, yeah. On that note,
We're up against it, but I wish you the happiest of happy birthdays. I'll be down there to help you celebrate
yep.
in
No,
line.
you can't. You can't. You're not riding with your mom, are you?
Oh my God. I hate this. Anyway, listen. Happy birthday, Luther. For Luther Broughton, I'm Michael Warren. This has been Cheap Shots, another wonderful episode where we talked about absolutely nothing. So
And I
we'll see you
love it.
guys next week.
Good night, gentlemen and ladies. More